any members of the subcommittee who have not asked questions of this panel who would like to question?
Chair Neguet, this is Representative Moore.
Yes, Representative Moore, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
I apologize for missing previously.
No
Thanks
problem.
both of you for being here. I'm going to continue with questions from my colleague from Oregon. Ms. Watts, we're considering obviously a number of, please don't, leave the door open. I need the door open. The Wi-Fi is bad right now, so I needed the door open. We're considering a number of trail bills today related to our larger trail system. As you think over the trail systems under the Forest Service management, what programmatic reforms do you think we could improve the way these trails are designated and managed?
Thank you, Congressman, for that question. So the agency's focus right now are on several foundational aspects of our trails program, such as data collection, training, and staffing levels. And throughout the years, we have had quite a reduction in staffing levels. So we're working right now to identify what that more permanent trail workforce looks like, to be able to improve the condition of our national trail system as well as increase efficiencies. And so a return to a more permanent trails workforce that would enable the agency to adequately engage with and support our partners and our volunteers that are very critical in helping us maintain our trail system. Also ensure that the National Forest System's trails are well maintained and meeting the needs of the public.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Medema, it's a point of pride for many Utahns where I know statistics are oftentimes, construed in many different ways, but we're very consistent in Utah that we have like the #1 volunteer state. Per capita, we're a strong volunteer state. We've got philanthropic dollars and volunteer time that we rank really well. I've actually, in my previous career, was involved in some of this, and so it's a point of pride. In July, we saw a great example of how this can interact with the trail system. In the South Summit Trail Foundation built the first purpose-built, privately funded, and maintained mountain bike trail on U.S. Forest Service land. And that was the first time it had been done in Utah. As we look to the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, can you touch on the role that volunteers will play in maintaining this space?
I will have to defer to our partner from the U.S. Forest Service for volunteers on Forest Service property.
Excellent. Any insight there, Ms. Watts?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get off mute. Yes, I mean, the engagement of our partners across all of our national forest systems, recreational opportunities are really critical. I don't have the specifics to share with you right now today of who those partners are and what level of engagement we have on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail, but I'd happy to get back to you on that.
Okay, excellent. Some of my colleagues from the Republican side of the aisle have raised significant concerns this year with a number of sort of lopsided wilderness trails, HR 803 that advanced through this committee. One of the primary concerns has been testimony offered by our public land agencies that specifically advised that the large swaths of the proposed wilderness areas did not possess wilderness characteristics. I was concerned by the testimony offered on Mr. Curtis's Bonneville Shoreline Trail on his Advancement Act that stated that the areas between the areas being exchanged for wilderness do in fact possess wilderness attributes and are further away from population centers and development. Can you explain to the committee what types of attributes the Forest Service looks at when considering whether an area possesses wilderness attributes? Any other additional context you have for that?
Sure. So the parcel of land that we're adding to the National Wilderness Preservation System is currently butts up against wilderness on 3 sides of that parcel, which actually has the same characteristics as the existing wilderness that it will be added to. Characteristics such as no physical structures, roadless areas, and wildlife existence. So that's why we feel not having done the actual evaluations through the land management planning process, which is very important, but that's why we feel that this parcel will contribute to the wilderness characteristics in that area.
Okay, thank you. I see my time here is just about to expire. So thank you, Chair. I appreciate you being here today.
Thank you so much. Does any other member of the subcommittee wish to question this second panel?